You changed, bro. This guy changed. He freaking gets his job now. All of a sudden, no, I can afford to be late. I've been there for 5 months.
I didn't say I was going to be late.
Okay, fine. He was not going to be late.
They understand. They're very understanding. That's what I said.
Okay.
Jesus,
fair enough, man.
This guy is freaking the tardy manager over here. What the hell? This guy, the attendance man. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, bro.
Calm down.
Hell yeah, man. I'm very punctual at my working job over here. I'd be late as hell.
I know. Late. This is the last guy talking about punctual. This guy, yo.
I'll be the one setting the time, and then I come in like, hey, bro, can we gotta push it real quick. Hold on, sorry.
There's a line at the cigarette store.
That's exactly it. I be at the smoke shop like, oh, bro, this shit opens at 9:00, and then I get whatever. No,
bro, you got to be the youngest person at that smoke shop that's buying only cigarettes, right?
Probably.
You got to be. You got to be.
Probably. The other ones are usually old and decrepit for sure, bro.
Oh my goodness, man! Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. You know what it is. I'm hello Marcus. I'm here with the Uso Sefa and man. Episode 59. We got our working boy right here.
Yeah.
We got our working man. He's made it so far, y'all. He made it, dog. He got his freaking job, man. Canada's finally showing my Uso love. Finally getting him to work. He's gonna make some money out here. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. Yeah. The Patreon got it first last week. So for everybody that's not on the Patreon, if y'all subscribed, y'all to know this. Y'all could have celebrated with me over the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Smooth, bro.
Yeah, so before we get started and dive into my life and your life and everything, welcome to the Polytickin Podcast, a part of the Polytickin Network.
Hey.
We have a YouTube page, the Polytickin Network. You can go on there and you'll be able to watch videos from this podcast, video from the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit, videos from the Way Back Wednesday. We got all of that on there for you. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, or if you don't watch on YouTube and you listen to it, then go ahead and just search in whichever audio platform that you listen to podcasts on, the Pacifica Movie Starter Kits or Way Back Wednesday. When is like WHEN, like Wednesday. And also, if you want some more content from me and Marcus directly, if you're a fan of the Polytickin Podcast, if you love what we do week in and week out, if you got some extra change, you know what I'm saying, that you want to support us and what we do, and go ahead and subscribe to the Polytickin Patreon. We give you an extra episode every week. Every Thursday, we drop an extra episode that's only behind, the paywall of the Patreon. We have a little community in there. You can leave comments. We have like a bulletin board kind of thing, right? Where people can all interact and we can talk and whatnot.
Oh yeah. There's a little group chat in there. Yeah, it's almost like a Discord, but it's not Discord. We don't have a Discord yet. You know what I'm saying? But to bypass that, just come onto the Patreon, dog. Patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast, man. $5 a month gets you early access to the shows and an exclusive Patreon only episode. You know what I mean? And we'll take it from there.
You know we trying to figure out some more, but until then, that's what we have. $5 a month, not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? And Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And also, if you listening on Apple or you listening on Spotify, Apple especially, because I look at the Apple reviews. Shout out to everybody who's left a review.
Please, man.
Apparently it helps with the algorithm. So if you have left a review, we appreciate y'all. And some of the reviews are hilarious. And if you haven't, and if you feel strongly about it, leave us a review, help us out in this algorithm world. Help us get to the top. You know what I'm saying? Share with a friend and share with 10. You know what I'm saying? So
damn, that was tight.
Without further ado, we gotta start plugging better, because we just get on here and just talk and then we don't go anywhere. We haven't grown. So so that's all the ads, for now.
That's crazy. The ads, bro. The sponsors.
we're just adding we're just ads for ourselves. But
you know what I'm saying?
If that being said, if any business out there wants to sponsor episodes and whatnot, talk to us. Send us a message. Send us a DM. Let's get it. Marcus said Christmas is coming. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
I got a family to feed. You know what I'm saying?
You should try one of them 150 plates of L&L.
Oh, I Actually, they're all gone.
They're all done. Oh my God.
We're done.
Hey, I'm with you. Yeah, without further ado, man, my brother, how have you been?
I've been all right, bro. I've been all right. You know what I'm saying? Finally back at work.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know, I went back last Friday and it's like, you know, it was a smooth transition. You know what I mean? It was cool, but it was also kind of draining because I was like, I'm back here in this hellhole again.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? I was gone for a week and a half. Whatever, dog. Yesterday, I had this player, man, and it's always funny, right? When I see a new player who I've never seen him before. But when they're just like the wildest dude in the casino, the one always yelling, pounding the table. Yeah, boom, bang, blackjack. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Just 8 hours of that. You know what I'm saying? Just an hour, like the first hour is always great, right? Because it's fucking hilarious. It's new. 7 more hours of that, and you start noticing all the little differences, or like all the little things about motherfuckers when they start acting like that. Like this dude's breath stank like shit. It was bad, bro. And I thought it was me. Have you ever been like around bad smells and you think it's you? You know what I'm saying? Or you feel like you're the only one who can smell it. You know what I'm saying? So then you start thinking that it's you. Well. Okay.
I'm about to cut you off there, brother. Oh my God. Yo, have you ever been forgotten by your best friend? You know? Have you ever been shunned by the people you love the most? Forgotten and forsaken? You got something. Hey, Marcus, don't you hate when you brush your hair and the comb gets stuck? That's what you just said to me.
I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about the deviated septum. I'm sorry. But here, let me just tell you how it is, bro. It sucks.
Yeah.
You're the lucky one, okay? You're lucky, okay? As long as you can use what your limited resources to taste your food, you'll be fine. You're fine. What? You don't have to smell the craziness around you because God damn, his shit stunk, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the pod. Okay. I don't know if I brought this up before. If I did, then you can just shut me down. Me and my girl have been going back and forth about whether I should get looked at once I get medical coverage. To get my smell back. Did we talk about this?
No, but that's interesting. Talk to me.
So she wants me to get my smell back. Okay. She's like, you can enjoy the food better. You'll be able to smell the house when I'm when I'm baking cookies, or you'll be able to smell, the lotions or the, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, I'm scared. Like I'm straight up scared of it. Like, what if I get my smell, my sense of smell back? And I don't like my smell. You can't run away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you can fix that though.
What I'm gonna do is you put deodorant on my lip. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know. I don't know how smells really work. Like, I don't know how they carry. I'm very cautious when I'm in public. I put on hella deodorant. Like I'm kind of paranoid about it. Like,
okay.
And sometimes, like, all right, man. So sometimes I'll be rushing out the house, You forget that you forget to brush your teeth sometimes, right?
Oh my God.
Especially if I wake up late. So like I'll be sitting there talking to somebody either at the center or just anywhere. And I'll be like, dang, did I brush my teeth? Did I? And so I start leaning and walking back because I don't know. I'm not.
You start talking like this, like, hey man, I don't went.
I don't know. So I'm kind of paranoid. Like, so for you, somebody who has smell, would you give it up if you had to, like, if they said, hey, you could have your smell or take your smell away? What would you choose?
Is there like an incentive for giving it up, or is just either or?
Well, the incentive is you don't have to deal with bad smells like what you said at work.
Okay. I would not, bro. I would not. No, I would keep my sense of smell, bro.
Okay.
Because it'll show me what places to avoid. I'm not going to the dump, you know what I'm saying, and being, I'm not gonna go around to some place that like smells like shit, you know what I'm saying?
I could work in the dump and be fine.
Right.
Like I can't tell. Like, people be like, ugh. I'll be like, it don't even faze me.
Yeah, but I feel like once your sense of smell is gone, right? One of your senses is gone. Everything else is hyperactive, so you're gonna taste
I'm
it.
not Daredevil.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what's funny? You know what's
What?
funny?
What?
I can't smell. I can barely see. I'm diabetic, so my feet don't always feel everything. Like I should be strong as hell right now. I
Someone
should be,
help, bro. Someone help him.
I should be able to jump over a building like Batman or like You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where are my powers at, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't explain this, but dog.
I'm deaf. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need loud music. I have nothing. I have
Yeah.
nothing, bro.
My guy used to carry around blue beats all the time and just be in his zone every time he would chop it up with us, dog.
That's why I'm deaf, bro. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm deaf. So yeah. So shout out to your
I wouldn't give it up.
you know.
No.
I feel
But
like
yes.
you're biased though. Like you're a
Well,
smeller.
yeah. Yeah, I
You're
am a smeller, of course, bro.
No, you got smeller's bias. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think as long as I have a partner who can tell me, like, yo, that, like, one time in Japan, I was leaving the house and I went to go hug my auntie. I was like, oh, auntie, see you later. And I hugged her. She was like, that shirt smells like it was sitting in the dryer and you didn't turn the dryer on.
Oh, that mildew smell.
And I was like, what? She was like, you need to take that off. And I didn't know. I just didn't know. It was just in the dryer. I figured it was dry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's what happened. And so as long as I can avoid those situations,
Right.
you know, I'll be like, hey, babe, can you sniff real quick? Check me out.
You might be overwhelmed by all the shit that you do because you don't smell right now.
Yeah.
But once you smell and then you start smelling, so like, damn, I put that much deodorant on.
I do.
I put that much lotion on. I smell like Fiji.
But see, one of the things that I'm scared of, right? What if I go and you know what I'm saying, and I eat some tacos or something? I'm like, oh, I got bubble gush. I gotta head in. I gotta head in there. I drop the kids off at the pool.
Right.
And then when I get there to drop the kids off, I'm like, damn, these kids is raggedy. Like, and I start smelling it. And what if I can't take the smell? And then I throw it, you know, and then I can't take that smell. Well, and I'm just dead in the
well, oh my God, with your dramatic self, bro. Chill out, bro. Once you start, you're gonna get very well acquainted with your own funk, bro. You'll be fine. Yo, this guy is dramatic as hell, dog.
I just don't know. I don't know. It's all the fear of the unknown, bro.
Stop thinking so hard about it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just get your sense of smell back and you'll be fine. Ease into it. All right. You'll be fine, bro. Don't be overwhelmed, man. You'll be okay.
They got like nose filters that I could like take it easy. You know what I'm
saying? Oh, well, what the hell have you been up to? I'm over here smelling people's breath at work. You know what I'm saying? What the hell have you been up to?
Man, you know what? I've actually been I've been I was kind of thotting out in the streets, bro.
Damn, yes. See, I'm not the only one out here thotting. What's up?
So last week Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Last week, Thursday, we had a graduation ceremony. So there was that CLP, the community learning program that I took at the Native Center. Oh, and so last week was the first or maybe second graduation ceremony. So 250 people have taken the class over the last year and a half. And so they had an official one because I guess COVID restrictions and whatnot. And so we had it at this hall. It was like 60, 70 of us that was there. It was lovely, bro. I'm still amazed that all of this stuff is free. Like we didn't have to, the CLP, we didn't have to pay for that. We just signed up for the class. We got fed every day. Like one of the dinners was like turkey dinner, turkey gravy, mashed potatoes, stuff like real food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we had 3 days of that where everything was paid for. We were there in the gym, so we took up space free. And then they had this graduation ceremony where we go to a nice little hall, and it's like 60 or 70 of us. They got food, they got entertainment, they got little gift bags and stuff. So I go in there, and some people that I do the soup lunch with are there. Some people that work at the center that I'm cool with are there. And they had entertainment. They had a dance group from Esquimalt. That's the nation, the Esquimalt Nation. It's a native nation.
Nice.
And so they came, and it was like 4 or 5 of them. They came, they danced, they sung, they played the drums. It was dope. And then one of my homegirls that work at the place, she pitched for the night to have an open mic. She figured it would be dope to have an open mic segment there, and people could sign up and tell jokes or sing or whatever.
Right.
She comes to me and she's like, "Are you gonna rap?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's like a lot of older people there. It's not my demographic." So she was like, "Okay." And then when the night of, she came to me and she was like, "You have to save me." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Nobody signed up, and I pushed real hard for this open mic."
Oh.
Now she was like, "We took segments away from other things to make room for the open mic, and no one signed up."
Oh man.
She was like, "Can you just rap a song?" I was like, "I'm not finna rap a song in front of all of these older people. It don't make sense." You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, according to the stats, our audience is elder millennials. So
bro, it was 60 and up. Like, it was old.
That works. Okay.
It was old.
All right.
So, yeah. So I was like, and she came back again. She was like, "Have you changed your mind?" And I felt bad. That's my homegirl. So I was like, you know what? I can try to write a poem, a little spoken word.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if I could do it. Like, we're eating, we're congregating, we're meeting hella people. So then, yeah, I ended up writing it. I wrote a little thing, and I realized we all took the same class. Everyone in there did the same 3 days that I did. So then I went and I introduced like a lot of the topics that we talked about in the classes, a lot of the activities that we did. And I told her, I was like, "All right, I'll perform." So she was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't have to, but for real." I was like, "Yeah,
you don't have to. Look, I need you to save me."
Nah, she was really cool about it.
Oh, like, talking bad.
And then I went up and I performed it. It was just like a cool little thing, and like, bro, it went over really well.
Nice.
It wasn't nothing but like 16 lines. Like, it wasn't 16 bars. It was like 16. It wasn't nothing crazy, but they were like, "Woo!" Like, they was all cheering and whatnot. And people came up and asked me for a copy, and people were saying like, "Oh, that was lovely." You know, they didn't know who I was. So it was real cool. We had a great night, bro. We hung out. We had great food. I performed, and they was talking about it at the soup. So that was Thursday, and then Friday they was talking about it at the soup lunch. And so they were saying like, "Can we get a copy of that? Can you record a copy so we can have it?"
Okay.
I was like, "Check this out. If y'all keep inviting me to these graduations every year, as long as it got free food, I'm there, and I will perform for y'all." Like,
yeah. Damn.
Like, straight up, I'm there. And so they were like, we definitely might have to make that part of the thing. That was, they were like, it encompassed the class really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I was out.
You can like, that's great, man. You can inspire people to come and sign up for the open mics. Yeah. My heart feels so bad for old girl, man. Damn, this sucks, dude.
Yeah, she was like, she's and she just got into a position like an event coordinator. So she was like, "Oh, this would be a great idea."
Yeah.
And then, the demographic, it was like a lot of older people, and they just want to hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was great. It was a great turnout. I almost didn't go because some stuff came up, but I ended up going, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and we here.
That's tight, bro. So is like, how often are people like signing up for these classes to graduate? Like, is it like Golisi? Is it like every semester? What is it?
No, it's they're not, so they're classes, but it's not like a semester. It's literally 3 days. They do it over
that's right.
1 day a week, so 3 weeks, 1 day a week. And it's just a full 8 to 4 day, like 8 in the morning to 4 at night. And you just you learn about indigenous communities, you learn about the history of the land that we're on right now, and you learn about the culture. And they've had, I think, I want to say, well, since it was like 250, so at least like 12 or 13, because I think 20 is the amount that is in the class.
Okay.
So it's only run by one, like, there's only one teacher. So she can only spread herself so thin. But yeah, I was cohort 11. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have seen more people from my class, but a lot of people had said the Thursday night they couldn't make. You know, and some people are on vacation right now because of Christmas time coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So that's what I did Thursday, and then Saturday night. All right, we just gonna roll into the next topic.
Hey, yeah, let's go. Keep talking.
So Thursday I was starting in them streets, and then Saturday night, my homie John, shout out to John for the hamper program, he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, man, I know you wanted to watch this movie. Can we go Saturdays?" I said, "For sure." So me and John, we headed downtown. The only thing, so Next Go wins. We talked about the documentary. Marcus and Lance at the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit have broken down the documentary. If y'all haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that on YouTube or on all podcast platforms or Apple and Spotify. So he hit me up. We went downtown. I feel kind of bad, bro.
For what?
There was a lady out there, and she kind of looked Samoan.
Okay.
She was standing out there waiting for people, and I didn't know if she was. Like I was hella looking. I was like I was trying to, I was trying to hint that I was like, it was like an older lady. I was trying to hint that I was like looking at
like
her.
Sunga.
I should have started. Man, tell it, damn, man.
My stink.
So there was a lady there. I didn't say anything. I think she was Samoan. I don't know. And when we was waiting in line for our food, I was looking back outside trying to see if she was gonna walk in. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But anyways, so we get in there and we watch the movie, bro. Next Go wins. I need y'all. If y'all listening to this, I need y'all to go watch it. If you can't watch it, if you don't got the time, but you balling, go online and buy some tickets. All right, I think it's very important for us to support a film like this. Unfortunately, for me, I haven't been able to watch it. It's been out for 2 weeks now. I haven't been able to watch it because it's only released in one theater in my area, and that theater is all the way downtown, and so I just didn't have the means to get there. But man, this movie was incredible, bro. I'm definitely biased because I'm a Samoan. It's about American Samoa where we've lived. But damn, it was good, right?
You was texting me while you was watching it, man. It made me want to watch it. Like you got me hyped to watch it, and I'm glad that like it changed your mind because before it came out, you was talking some mess, dog.
I'm still not cool with that though. Like I'm still not cool with the aspect of it being the New Zealand Australian accent. I'm still not cool with that. I get it though. That's probably the best representation in terms of acting skill. Right. Because they're a little more established. And I think the mom from the movie, I think that's the same lady from Whale Rider.
The uncle's
wife,
wife,
whatever. I don't know, some lady from Whale Rider. Because I remember watching it, and that lady that was there, she was in Next Go Wins. So
that's hard. I think she did a voice on Moana too.
Okay,
I think. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Oscar Kiley was in there. My name is Polo. My name is Paul. That guy's
David
in
Fonny.
there.
Yeah, David Fonny.
And even the dude from I don't know his name, but he played Daru. He's the guy from the Black Panthers or the Polynesian Panthers.
Oh, okay.
The TV show. So yeah, he was there as well. Yeah, so the movie in general, bro, there were so many little details that I just couldn't get over. Like, and I'm in the theater in Canada, and I'm seeing like they're at the dinner table, and you see behind they got the frames on the wall with the ulas over the frame. They got remember them old school frames where like it's a big frame and they got little windows, different set ovals.
Yes.
They got those, and I'm like, my grandma has those.
Yeah.
They got the couches with, I don't know what you call it, like the crochet knitted like big old comforter blankets, kind of with hella holes in it, hanging draped over the side of the couch. And I'm like, remember when we went to Awashi, my house in Awashi, that was on the couches, and I'm just like,
yeah,
this is so. They get on the one of the scenes, this is something that only people in Samoa or been to Samoa, spend some time out there, like only we gonna catch. And I think I think that's where like the discrepancy is between movie reviews, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I seen a lot of people say they don't like the movie.
Yeah.
I seen people.
What? No, sorry. As far as like critics, critics have been like they've been not liking this movie, and it's a lot of like, I think just with Taika in general, right? Like a lot of Taika fatigue and stuff. But yeah, people have really like been talking down on this movie.
I know. After I watched the movie, I went and watched reviews so I could see what they was talking about, and I'm not really too mad at them. People complain about the acting. I get it, but I think it's bigger than just the quality of acting to me.
Right.
People complained about what did I got some stuff on here.
Yeah. My guy's writing notes in there. Man, you're the only one with
checking,
your phone on.
Yeah.
And was the screen bright in your face too?
It was I turned it down. I got some,
Turn your phone down. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get to the reviews though, I want to just talk about some things that I wrote that were notable.
Okay.
Hey, we gotta do it, man. Shout out to the Uso Lance.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tulanga. They had a Flight Night reference in the movie.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
I swear, bro. He got off the plane. Soon as he gets off the plane, they pull up with the camera and the mic, and it's called like Around the Island or something like that, or On the Island. Like that's the show. It's like, yo, shout out to, this is the bro. When I tell you, I just about cried in that theater, bro.
That's hard.
When I tell you, I just about cried in that theater seeing that. This is something that people who haven't been there don't get. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's as American Samoan as you can get, bro.
First off, man, cut the Uso Lance a check.
I'm saying,
cut him a check. What you talking about,
bro?
Man,
and I texted Lance when that happened. I said, bro, have you watched it? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's you.
Yeah.
He was like, Lance, he's super humble. Nah, man. That's Lance, bro. That's Tulanga with the camera. That's Lance with the mic.
Man, like I was do a friggin' check.
I was tripping when I seen that, bro.
That's
I was
crazy,
like,
dog.
yo. And shout out to Jace. Jace did mention something about Flight Night, but he didn't want to spoil it for me. So he didn't mention exactly. Oh man, I was so hyped off of that scene alone. Just off of that scene alone, I was like, yo, this is so to see Flight Night or iteration of Flight Night on a big screen in Canada.
Yeah.
In Canada. I was
Canada.
I was amazed, bro. He gets off the plane, he gets on the bus, he gets a care package, and he's sitting on a bus with a freaking the 24 pack of canned soda cardboard, and he got, or it might have been a basket, but in my head I seen the cardboard, and he had like Spam and Wahoo, like what I'm saying, like a basket full of little goodies. Yeah, and I was like, that's hella Samoan, bro. You need that Malofa package. You need that right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and also another thing, I will never get over hearing Samoan songs being sung in movies. In a production of that quality, I will never not want to cry when I hear that. Like,
which song?
Well, they sang Fafatai, they sang that song, but it was like a bunch of different songs. Like it was like a bunch of different little songs that was just thrown in there. Like they was at church or they was in practice. So it was like different things. They had a side bell scene.
Oh, okay. Hell
they had a side bell scene. Of
they
course,
had the Newly Boys in there beating people up for not following the Sabra. They should have had that in there.
Nah, they didn't have that. It was exaggerated. It was exaggerated. There was, they rung the side and everybody stops and they pray, and they out of nowhere, like in the middle of what they're doing, they just stop and they pray. And I could see like people looking at that and being outrageous, but in Samoa, like literally, if you ain't on the road moving, in some villages they'll stop you from driving.
Yeah,
they'll stop you from driving. Especially on the outer, like the further you get east or west, they will shut you down.
Yeah,
like the Aumaga will be like, you need to turn your car off.
They're away from a lot of eyes, so they can do that. You know what I'm saying? They're not over where they're allowed foe where there's hella eyes. You know what I'm saying? They will stop your ass if you're right in front of the father's side.
And if you're walking to the store, or if you're outside of a store and they ring the side bell, you got to sit down, you got to chill out. Mm-hmm. If you're parked in the parking lot and they ring the side, you can't move. You waiting 15 minutes. You sitting there. Take your time, be quiet, pray. And so they were a little they exaggerated a little bit, but it's rooted in truth. That's why I loved it. It was rooted in truth. I love the fact that they kept emphasizing that the speed limit was 20 miles, even though it's 25. Oh my
God.
They kept bringing it up. That's hilarious. It takes 5 hours to get there. It's not that far, but we can only drive 20 miles per hour. That's the truth. That's the truth. It really is like that. And everybody kept mentioning the Flight Night episode. They're like, "Oh, I seen you on Flight," or it's called like Around the Island or something like that. So they kept mentioning it. "Oh, it's the white man from the Flight Night." Oh, that is so true. That is so true. You watch an episode of Flight Night every day for that whole week. You run into someone, you're like, "Oh yeah, I seen you on Flight Night." That's a real experience. I loved it. And he's not even from Samoa, so I don't even know how he knew that was a thing. But that's real. That's honestly, truly. I got approached by people. "Oh, I see you on Flight Night. You a rapper?" That's how a lot of people knew me. Because I was on Flight Night saying, "Hey, I got CDs for sale." One of the things they did add, they did put some dubs on it. They added that they added like a the coach Thomas and Jaya dynamic. It was, in the documentary, it wasn't really too emphasized.
No,
their relationship. Jaya being like the first transgender player to play in a soccer game, a FIFA qualifying soccer game, that was emphasized. But it had Thomas, what they call dead naming, right?
Right. Yep.
They had Thomas dead naming Jaya, calling her Johnny. And I just want to say, if you haven't watched the documentary, but you have watched this, it actually was the other way around. It was the other way around. Thomas never called Jaya Johnny, from my understanding. Never.
No, well, in the doc, he did a couple of times, but then he changed it up.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. I remember the other coaches calling him Johnny, specifically Johnny.
Yeah, only Johnny. Larry Manal. Larry. Coach Larry was doing that.
Yeah, only they was called. I don't remember Thomas doing it. I could be wrong.
I think he did it once, once, and then the rest of the time, like you said, it doesn't focus on their relationship. But they did grow closer, and he was very he wasn't dead naming her anymore.
I remember him being really respectful of that. So that was in the movie he was challenging Jaya and whatever. So that was the thing, and they also added in the movie, and I don't know if this is true or not.
What?
They added in the movie that Jaya wasn't playing her best and she was transitioning. And so during the time of training, she goes off of the hormone pills so that she can have more testosterone so she could play better.
Whoa. They don't mention that at all in the doc.
Yeah, and it may not be true. Maybe it was Hollywood. You embellish. You gotta make a compelling story. But it may be true, and maybe it was something they didn't dive into. I don't know. I would love to hear from Jaya if that was the case of a Hollywood spin, or if that was the case of that was a little too private for the doc. But that's I don't know. It was super endearing. It fell right in line with Taika projects, Taika movies and TV shows, where it's like it was outrageous. Like Taika comes in as a priest and he's like super wonky, he's like outrageous. It was whimsical and eccentric, but then it brings you down to earth, especially with that scene where Jaya explains to the coach that she stopped taking the hormone pills. And brought it down to earth. It was very touching, like damn near, And then there was, the typical pep talk scene.
Hey, shout out to Rambo. Hey, in the doc, Rambo was the one going off, getting everybody ready, bro. Yeah, man, where's Rambo?
They actually have a dude in there named Rambo.
Let's go.
Yeah,
cut him a check.
But he don't look like Rambo. talking about Rambo from Pongo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't look like Rambo. Rambo from Pongo was, you know what I'm saying? He was
Still,
fit. He
cut
was.
Rambo from Pongo a check.
I wonder if
Taika.
he's seen it and what he thought of it. Like, because that
Yeah.
was pretty cool. He was a cop in the movie, and he kicked the can and kicked it right into the thing. So they were like, "Oh, we need you." So it was kind of, you know, they go through the recruiting phase where they go and get different people, kind of like in the doc, but very different.
Yeah.
One of the things that I realized. So yeah, we be singing. It was like every scenario, every situation where like it would normally probably transition to another scene, or it would normally kind of be like an not awkward silence, but deafening silence.
Yeah.
Somebody just start singing and it just goes.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I love that. You know, dog, it was to hear that in a theater, bro. I will never get over that. Like, I don't think when people talk about representation matters, I get it now. I didn't get it before.
What do you mean you didn't get it before? You was the one pushing it the most.
I'm talking about like before that, like growing up, when people would be like, "Oh, representation." I was like, why just do it for yourself? Like, why would you need so? But it does matter. And I could sit here and be proud to be Samoan and be proud to have these experiences, but to see it on a big screen, I'm gonna keep saying this, in Canada. Nothing makes me feel like that. Nothing could make me feel that sense of pride the way that movie did.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, so it was awesome. The reviews were very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, before that, Michael Fassbender in an ear lava lava was Magneto.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Come on, bro. Who sulued his ear, man? Who taught him how to do it? Does it look very secure? I don't know how to do mine like that. I do the whole rapid and tuck. That's it. I don't know. This looks professional.
It depends on the material too. If it's some silky ass material, you know what I'm saying? That shit is falling off within 5 minutes.
Yeah. So the movie, man, no, I can't say enough good things about this movie. It's important for it. Like, y'all might have y'all gripes. I understand. You know, the acting wasn't the greatest. You know, some of the comedic scenes maybe weren't that much, and maybe the story just was a lot discombobulated. I get it. But overall, bro, we have to support these kind of films, because if a Samoan film makes it to the big, like we have, like, you know, Inky Pinky Punky, right? Or we have, like, you know, I can't even think of other like movies that are well produced, but on this lower level, right? They're not on a big screen. They're not in worldwide features.
Right.
Like, we have those, but when we have a global release, like releasing in different countries, multiple theater screens and whatnot, we have to support. It doesn't matter if you love it or you don't like it or you hate it. Like, for them to notice, hey, these Samoan movies are doing really well, we should probably put some more money into it. We have to support it. You know, we have to go out there and let our presence be known. That's the only reason why I'm reviewing this today and not after you watch it. Because I'm like, it's still in theaters right now. We have to push this, right? It's very important, man. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. I know the reviews have been bad. I know the reviews have been bad, man.
Yeah, man, because, you know, you brought it up. It's like, if you weren't there, you wouldn't understand the little nuances of what you're seeing on screen, right?
And that makes us biased, but I don't care. Makes us
biased. Yeah. See, like, you know, those critics are just looking at it as a movie with Taika fatigue. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay too, right? But when it comes from your own people, though, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know.
And Taika, I know Taika's not Samoan, but he's Pacific Islander.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a John Smith or something making this movie. This is like us making a movie about us. You know, on the grandest stage.
And he has experience of doing this, bro. As far as like talking our stories, bro. Boy, which we're definitely gonna talk about.
Yeah. And I just want to say this, man, Taika, I know you might not hear this, but I do appreciate what you're doing. This man is, you know, at the time was at the pinnacle, especially after Thor. After Thor, he up there. People are looking after Ragnarok. Taika was in the conversation of one of the best storytelling directors probably ever because of all of his, smaller works. And then Ragnarok comes out. It's a big hit, revitalizes the franchise. And what does he do? He chooses to go and make a film, make a TV show about indigenous people, or put his name behind it at least. Then he puts his name behind a film about Samoa, American Samoa. Like, that's what we supposed to be doing. That's what we should be championing. When we get our foot in the door, we come back and we help the people up that are from our communities or similar communities. Yeah. Like that, I look at this like a passion project. I mean, of course, I know he put a lot into it, and I'm sure he wanted this to be a success. But the fact that he did it at all, to me, I'm like, this is what we should be championing.
Right.
Like a lot of the people that in our community, when they get up and they get popping, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
We don't hear, you know what I'm saying? They ride off into the sunset and it's cool. But the fact that he's done this and he's he represents the culture and everything, and he puts these projects out to put us at the forefront. I love it. Some of the gripes from the reviewers were, it just seems like a movie full of Korgs. He said, I know. One of the reviewers that I was watching, he said that it seems like a movie full of Korgs. He seems to try to make every Samoan a Korg. For those of y'all that don't know, Korg is a character in the Thor series, or they came up when Taika took over as director. And Korg is he's basically a Maori dude, right? Yeah. He's voiced by a Maori character, and he has a very similar Maori / Pacific Islander like comedy sense of humor.
Right.
And when I seen this, I get it. Korg is like the only representation of that sense of humor that most people seen, because Thor Ragnarok was a huge hit. Right. I get it. But you have to understand, Samoans in the movie are not acting like Korg. Yeah. Korg is acting like the Samoan. You know? And I just thought that's crazy, because it's just all about, being exposed to certain people or certain demographics of people. Like, for you to say, oh, Korg, the Samoans are acting like Korg, when in reality, Korg was inspired by Polynesian Pacific Islander comedy, Pacific Islander sense of humor, even delivery, like just talking. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mike. I'm
already laughing,
bro. So man. Did you hear anything specifically about the movie?
Just again, like Taika fatigue. It was a whole lot of like emphasis on the acting, and also the stuff with Thomas and Jaya, how they felt like that specifically was just tacked on. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
I love that. Yeah. I loved it, because I don't think we've looked at, like, so people are upset about that, right? Because currently in the world, there's the whole, people, conservatives versus LGBTQ, whatever, right? I love the fact that they highlighted this relationship. I'm not mad at the fact that they threw some dubs on it when it came to what actually happened and occurred. Right. Because I think the overall message of them including this is to kind of let people know and remind Samoans that they're a part of our culture. Yeah. He said, what's his name? Bolo. He was actually Larry Manao, or whatever his name is.
Oh, he was Larry Manao?
No, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Larry.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Okay. Because I hated Larry in the doc.
You're gonna love the way he's portrayed.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
All right. Good.
So yeah, where was that? Oh yeah, there was a scene where Larry, or what's his name?
Yeah, David Fonte.
David Fonte. He's explaining to the coach. He's explaining to Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender was like, "What did you call him? Fafine? Yeah, Fafafine. They're part of our culture. They're a third gender." And he's like, they're like the flowers of our world. Imagine a world with no flowers, And so they emphasize that, and I love that they emphasize that, because in today, for some reason, there's a fixation on this whole gender and everything, and everybody getting so caught up with the Bible and getting caught up with history and blah blah blah. Like us as Samoans, this has been a part of our culture for years. Like I don't know how long it's going back, but this has been a part of our culture. We all grew up knowing this.
Yeah.
And for us to get to this point, to like all of a sudden be against it, or all of a sudden go some other way about it, I'm like, that don't even sound Samoan. You know, so the fact that they emphasize this, I loved it. I don't care that they threw dubs on it. I appreciate that amidst all of the turmoil and all of the debating and bigotry and whatnot that's going on today in the public discourse amongst mainstream media or whatever. I'm glad that they set it straight that this is a part of our history. This is a part of our culture. This is where we come from. This has always been us. And the way that y'all talking now is totally not of the culture. Y'all talking of something else that's outside of the culture that was given to us, that was forced upon us. Okay. That's not who we are, though. So I loved it. I love the, go ahead, embellish a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get the point across. Get the point across.
Also, let me just ask this: did they highlight the fact that she was, in fact, like the first transgender player to ever play for a World Cup qualifying match?
Yeah, so
that's not something to downplay either, bro. That's huge.
So at the end of it, they did have clips of the real documentary, and they also had like little tidbits about what happened and whatnot. So yeah, man, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to Taika. Shout out to was Stephen Jameson and I forgot the other guy's name because he's not on Instagram. But there was 2 directors from London. Shout out to them. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Mike Brett. Yeah. Shout out to Steve Jameson and Mike Brett for coming over and doing the documentary in the first place that got us here and got us into, on the big screen. Appreciate y'all. Yeah,
man, that's hard, bro. Now I need to watch it right after this. Take a shower.
You have to.
I have to do some shopping and stuff and run some errands. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it either by myself or with somebody. I don't care. I'm gonna go watch it. You got me hyped.
All right, man. Let's argue.
Okay.
Let's argue.
Hell yeah, I'm with it. So I brought up this idea to you, and you have talked to you've talked to the Uso Lance about it, man. Shout out again to Lance. Taika, cut him a check. Friggin' so we was talking about, and we've had this discussion before about building a website for the network, right? And a and maybe like a blog through Medium or something, like really just highlighting all the topics that we touch on. And now that we have a whole network of shows, it's not just the topics that we touch on the Polytickin Podcast. Now we got this, we got Way Back Wednesday, and we got the Pacifica Movie Starter Kit. So this can really, I feel like with the website and the Medium, like we can expand, expand our reach. You know what I'm saying? Expose ourselves to a whole different kind of audience outside of our core audience. And when I brought that idea to you, you said, and it rings true, and I believe, I agree with you. You said that it's a lot of work for a medium that our core audience doesn't really aren't really like a part of. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really good point. And my whole thing was that there is a good community as far as like readers and writers, especially like journalists and stuff, who are super into this. And it is a very small community within our already small community, but they're friggin' loud. And I feel like this will be an opportunity for us to flex our writing muscles because, a lot of this comes back to our love of writing and stuff. And I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea. And when you said that point, I was like, fuck, he's right. But I just wanted to like pick your brain about this shit because like building a website's fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot more work because it does add to the workload. So like I'm thinking like, what are your thoughts on all of that, bro?
I said, yeah. So we had this talk a long time ago. And I was like, I'm not gonna be writing nothing. I already know my situation. And so with work, or not work, but just with life and also with the podcast and also with the other podcasts. So, we got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Back then I wasn't planning on adding to it, and like definitely now that I got a job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would, but now that you have Lance, and you and Lance definitely have, y'all have y'all are keen to write. You guys have a passion for that.
We
Yeah.
keen, mate.
So I mean, I'm not mad if that's what y'all want to do, but
Yeah.
in the same sense, we have 3 podcasts collectively. Lance has another on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be real, the stretching ourselves thin, that would add to the workload.
Yep.
And we already don't have a lot of content. Like we ain't posted no videos at all. Like, so the time that we spend um making a medium, making a blog spot, making a written
Wix.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making it so it'll be long form writing. That'll be the platform. The
Mm-hmm.
platform will be long form writing. I just don't like, I see y'all working on a piece for an hour or 2 hours to
Mm-hmm.
be read by 20 people.
Yeah.
Like 20, 30 people. We'll say
Mm-hmm.
50 people total.
Mm-hmm.
And that 2 hours could be spent editing a clip that could go out and be seen by 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000.
That's true.
Um, I don't really not at this point. I don't think we have I don't think we had the manpower or the time to really
Yeah.
dedicate to a well run, to have like, okay, this post is coming out Monday, this post is coming out Friday, this post is coming out Wednesday. I think if we were to do that, it'll fall to the wayside, just like the content, to where like we can only release
Do
it
so
once.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have an article next week, and we'll have an article
Mm-hmm.
next month, or we'll have 2 articles this month. And so I think in terms of time spent, I think the better time spent would be content. That's how
Yeah.
everybody consumes information.
Yeah.
Like, I've never, like, in the last year, I can count on my fingers how many times someone says, I read an article about that, or I
Mm-hmm.
learned this from an article that I read. I
Right.
cannot count on my hands, my toes. I can't even write down the number of times in the last year that I've heard someone say, "Oh, I learned this on TikTok."
Mm.
That's like a saying at this point. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about that on TikTok. I learned that
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is like where people consume information, consume media. They go there for everything. So yeah, I get it. I know there's a core audience to that, but I think for who we are targeting, for who we attract, I think less they more of them watch TikTok than read articles.
Yeah. See, I'm not disputing any of that. I just feel like us creating the website and the blog, like first off, it would be a great landing page for everything that we do
Mhm,
for our core audience. You know what I'm saying? And I know not a lot of people just go on particular brands or businesses websites and stuff and they do like consume through Instagram and TikTok. But
mhm.
I feel like just to have it would be like it would be good for the small amount of people that do still check out a brand or a business's website because dog, every respectable business still has a website. You know what I'm saying?
When's the last
And
time you went on a website that wasn't to buy something though?
right, that's what I'm saying. Like
You
it
know?
can, like I said, like it can be a good landing page for whatever we do decide to put out, and I think it would be a good way for us to attract a community that, yeah, that isn't probably a part of our core audience, but that are out there, dog, and they're loud and passionate about this shit. You know what I'm saying? There are people within our circle that that love writing too, and if we provided a community for them to be able to flex their muscles and shit and write about stuff that they care
Oh,
about or that we touch on,
you would have other people write on the
we
on the
in the near future or near future in the future, yeah, definitely, bro,
see
have
see
like a team, like
even
bro.
that, I feel like that's a little dangerous.
Okay,
Because
yeah, that see that's fair.
once you bring them onto the what we got going, you have
Hmm.
to stand on everything that they do.
Yes,
You had to
that and
stand on their tweets. You had to stand on their Instagram comments. You had to
yes.
stand on their YouTube content.
Hmm.
And I feel
That's
like
just the risk.
adding
What?
yeah, I feel like adding more people to the pot
Hmm.
that's not carefully vetted. That's not like somebody
No,
that we, you know.
they don't have to be full on with the pod. They can just be writers for what we talk about on the pod, like that could be something that we can filter out. We can be in charge of that and the whole vetting process or whatever, but that's like years down the line. Like I'm talking about now. Like I just want to create like a cool little landing page for people who may be interested in talking about writing or writing about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, having like a whole staff, like if we keep going back to The Ringer, right? All three of us keep going back to The Ringer as like an inspiration for the network that we have, and for the topics that we talk about. Like, I feel like The Ringer is such a great, it's like a great milestone to reach. You know what I'm saying? Because they started out as just another publication on Medium, and then they went and got their own hosting stuff, and then they created actually the podcast network all came in together along with the website. And obviously it helps to have friggin' Bill Simmons as your founder, so you already have like an established audience. But I just feel like The Ringer is such a great benchmark to reach as far as, what we're trying to do. And we're trying to diversify, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yes, we have content. We do videos. We even make music. Like, we do all types of shit. Why not add, a little bit of fucking, journalistic integrity, I guess, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want us to diversify, and I want us to be engaged with, the good amount of people who are still out here nerding out on articles and shit. You know what I'm saying? And as small as that audience is, but hey, whatever.
I think the workload and time management is definitely going to be a thing. And
yeah, definitely. Like, and we're not going to see any immediate returns. We're going to be doing. That's the thing.
So yesterday or maybe the day before, I posted the statistics to the podcast.
Yeah,
and when you just said immediate returns, we've officially made money off of the podcast within the first year.
Yeah,
and to me, that's immediate, because to me, what I base it off of my music journey. I didn't make a dime off of music until 9 years into music. Right. So it is immediate to me. It is immediate. The less than a year we profiting off of Patreon, that is immediate. And so if we can make that immediate, profit off of the podcasting, I just think that's where we should go. Yeah. If you can manage, like I said, you got Lance now. So if you and Lance can manage the workload between consistently putting out 2 podcasts each, so you with this and with Starter Kit, and then Lance with this, the Starter Kit and the Way Back Wednesday. If y'all can consistently do that and write articles, then by all means. But my thing is, I just don't want it to take away from. Because the podcast and the videos for the reels or whatever you want to call it, that should be at the forefront of all of what we got going, because that is going to be the most beneficial. Just in this algorithm world, even the idea of a landing page, like when people click on a link and it's not readily available what they're looking for, they finna just exit out and go to the next video.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. I've always talked about we got to spoon feed our audience. We got to make it the easiest. Let's make a link tree so that it's right there. The videos for the Polytickin Movie Starter Kit, for the Polytickin Podcast, for the Way Back Wednesday. You have this is the world that we live in. Short attention spans. We got to play the game in order to win the game. So even with a landing page, it's like, bro, if people are clicking, they want to watch the Polytickin Movie Starter Kit, and they click a link where it's like, oh, now you have to click another link to click another link. They not finna click the link. They finna look, peruse a bit, and exit out and bounce out.
Yeah.
So, and that's my belief. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. That's how I operate under, and that's what's helped me get to where I'm at and get to where I'm going.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't want you to think that I disagree with doing the pods and the reels, because those are definitely at the forefront of what we're supposed to be doing here, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like with the website, it's just another source. You know what I'm saying? Another source for the nerd.
And you're a writer, so of course you're gonna feel like that. I'm a writer too, but I'm not no long form writer. So of course I'm gonna feel how I feel. But if you could do it, man, go.
I'm only gonna write like 500 words max, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
The fact that you want to write 500 words is wild to me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to write a thing. Like, I ain't in school. What the hell? I ain't getting graded on this. Oh, yeah. That's like you saying, hey, man, you think we can go for a 5K jog? Like, bro, I ain't finna do that if I don't have to. You know, so yeah,
Fair
man,
enough.
we can get to that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, man.
We're gonna skip this one. But to just kind of stay in the realm of writing and stay in the realm of this.
Yes.
Problem with perfection for artists.
Oh my
right?
God, bro.
Shout out to Dallas. I seen his Island Mogul interview. Hey, if y'all ain't checked that out, y'all gotta check out Dallas and Casey on Island Mogul. That interview was incredible. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Nah, not yet.
Bro, that interview was dope
during the busiest times.
Oh yeah, true. The interview was dope. You know, he talked about music. He talked about health and wealth. I mean, health and you know, just lifestyle choices. And I was sitting there like, damn, I need to stop eating burgers, man.
Yeah.
And you know, he just talked about everything. You know, Dallas's history and whatnot. And one of the things he touched on was, he hasn't dropped a lot of music over the years. He was because he'd make a song, he'd love the song, and then he'd come back to it months later and be like, I'm way better than that. I don't even want to put that out no more. I'm way better. And it kind of kept going. It kept going to where it was like every time I look back and I have these 10 songs from 2-3 months ago, I'm like, man, I'm at a way better state than I was. So I'm not finna even put those out. Yeah. And so and when he said that, like, I think that was a problem. That's a problem for a lot of artists. It ain't a problem for me, but for a lot of artists, it's a problem. You know, so do you have that issue? Does that resonate with you or what?
Bro, definitely, man. And this is coming from someone who doesn't release music like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel too. Like all the old songs that I had tucked, especially when I first got this, when you first helped me get this software and I was churning out all types of shit. And now I look at it and I'm like, dude, I'm way better now than that shit. What the fuck was that? And then I start cringing and then I don't want to put it out. But now I'm learning like, hey, just shut up and put it out. You know what I'm saying? I think it's better as a creative to just you have to do away with that line of thinking of like, you know, chasing perfection. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing we do is going to be perfect no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And that's all in our heads, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I know that's hard to get out of, especially when you're the one creating the shit. But yeah, bro, I'm trying to be more in line with that. But now definitely I'm just like, I don't want to put that out. This is I'm better than that now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to do away with that, man. But it's hard.
So, I think that's an issue for a lot of artists. Being perfectionists. I think and also, you know, just in general in life, you know, there's a lot of people who are perfectionists, and I get it. I get it. Especially today where everything is ridiculed, everything is put out on Instagram and everybody can see everything. I get why you'd want to be your best version of yourself.
Right.
As for me though, I think I learned early on that, like, in comparison, I ain't gonna lie, in comparison to a lot of other artists, when it comes to production, when it comes to, you know, engineering, when it comes to artwork, I have always been not the greatest at all of those things. Right. In comparison, you know, starting music and making music, a lot of other artists were in studios, they were in groups, they were part of a collective, they were part of a label, or they had backing or this and that. Right. And and to me, I've never had a team. I've never had a team. And, you know, to my detriment, you know, all these years later, and didn't really get up there. And I get it. I understand. But I don't work well with teams, and I'm not dependable. So I've never been part of a team like that. I learned early on that you know, my contemporaries are going to look better, look cleaner, sound cleaner. The production is going to be better. They can afford better things. And so I kind of stepped into being who I was, and just, bro, you remember, I used to upload songs to SoundCloud every day. Yeah. Like, I would make a song, listen to it once, yes, drop it.
Oh yeah.
That's just who I became. I put out like 200-300 songs in them SoundCloud years. And like I was saying earlier, I didn't make a dime off of it. I just loved creating. Yeah. And I kind of stepped into, like, I'm not perfect, so why would I act like I'm perfect, right? I stepped into that. I kind of like, I low-key kind of took that and ran with it and kind of abused it to where, like, I'm not going to try to be perfect. Who cares? I'm not perfect. I understand there are people that want to put their best foot forward, but to me, I realized that I just don't got the best resources, so I shouldn't try. I'm gonna give y'all exactly who I am. I'm gonna show y'all that I'm one of y'all. I'm not better than y'all. You know what I'm
saying? That's exactly the kind of mentality that I think a lot of artists should adopt, man, because it helps us get over that barrier, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll definitely help you get over that barrier of like, oh, this has to look cool, this has to look good right now, blah blah blah. And I'm with that, bro. It's like, bro, I drive a fucking fucked up ass car. I still work a regular job. I'm a regular ass person, and I hope that what I do comes off as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope it does.
I think and before, when artists were like, there wasn't a lot of connection between artists and fans.
Yeah.
The 80s, 90s, to where we kind of only seen them on TV, on music videos, at concerts, and you get the best of them. You get the highest production. As opposed to now, where like we're on our phones and you can see us eat dinner, and there's so much connection, right? And I think it's shifting from like people, like I think the only people who get away with like mystique is like Beyonce and them.
Right.
Like,
right.
Like, what is Beyonce so good? Right. She's so great. Like she's different. I get it. But when you talking about an up and coming rapper, up and coming artist, I think a lot of listeners, it resonates more with them when you show them that you're of their community.
Yes.
Or of their tax bracket, or of their mindset, So I think perfection amongst artists has held artists back. I think it's led to some great projects, but I also think for every great project, there's 100 great projects that never were released because people were like, nah, I can't, nah. Yeah. And I think it's something that artists should be aware of and to consider. Yeah. I definitely understand if you want to put your best foot forward and you want to hold everything until you get it right. I get that. But on the same hand, bro, like especially this new age that we're going into, like being regular is kind of dope. And if it's not dope, I'm finna make it dope. Like for real. So yeah, man. Shout out to the artist, shout out to Dallas, shout out to Ali Mogul. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the open mic because the time is, I gotta be mindful of the time now. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I mean, we can hold off, bro, because you got your window's kind of closing right now, bro. We can hold off. I'm not even tripping.
Just talk about the open mic. About the open mic. Yeah.
All right. So this Saturday, December 2nd, right? December 2nd? Yep. December 2nd will be the very last open mic hosted by the Sanctuary of the year.
Yeah.
Of the year. Not the very last one ever, but of the year. I honestly don't think I'm gonna make it. Just because I work and I don't want to miss any more days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nina and Nick again. But yeah, I just wanted to throw a spotlight on their last event of the year, just because I'm such a, I love what they do. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to shine more light on it and, show up. It'll be back at, in Long Beach at the Collective Studio. So it's going to be a lot more intimate experience. And it's smart because it's wintertime. It's going to get friggin' cold. It's good to not be at the Gray for this one. Yeah. So, shout out again to Nina and Nick. Shout out to By the Sanctuary. Pull up this Saturday, man, if y'all trying to create some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to perform and get your stuff out. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to be a perfectionist and just get up there and bomb twice like I did. I just bomb. Go up there and bomb.
Somebody take over Marcus's shift, man, so he can make it to this weekend, man. Somebody pull up, take his shift away from him.
Yeah. If I can't make it, I just wanted to show some love for those two and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Something I'm very, proud to see, pushing for. All of that.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But I mean, I think we got to a lot of topics. We had to drop some, but we're gonna get to it on the Patreon. So if you want to hear more, if you want to send us some messages about things we want to talk about, follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin Podcast. Subscribe $5 a month. Get you some extra content, but also support us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some regular dudes and we're dope. We make beats regular dope, okay? Because we're tight. All right? Quit playing with us, all right?
Yeah. Other than that, though, my brother, you got anything else?
No, except thanks. Love y'all. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Take us out. What's up?
Go ahead, take us out. I don't do the take. You do the take out.
I know. I be taking that. All right, let's not hold it up because my guys are working, man. We gotta get them to work on time.
I gotta clock in. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. This has been another episode of the Polytickin Podcast. You nerds. I'm Oholo Marcus. That's Sefa M. You know what it is. We out. Kofa. Soy 4. Pa.
Yeah, pa.